Hello, I am Manny Soda, and this video is all about my extremely biased predictions for Group A of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. By biased, I obviously mean I'm going to be using some logic alongside with my own personal deep desires. But I will try to be fair. I'm going to be using some facts, some fair examples, and present day feel of the national teams. All right, so my process is that I will be talking about each team individually first. I'm going to be drawing out their facts, how they qualified to the World Cup, talk a little bit about their history at the World Cup, if they have any, and I'm going to use all of that to draw conclusions to make my predictions, which they are going to be followed by. They're going to come after I talk about. Okay, so basically, I'm going to talk about each team first, and then I'm going to make my predictions. Why did I have to complicate that? So first we have Group A. The first group consists of the host, the Asia region representative Qatar, alongside South America region representative Ecuador, Africa region representative Senegal, and Europe region representative Netherlands. In this group, many believe Netherlands to be the one sure team to qualify to the knockout rounds, while the other three will battle it out. Let's see. Let's start with the obvious team, Qatar. Since being awarded the rights to host the 2022 FIFA World Cup in 2010, Qatar has exponentially increased their structure to their national football team, and they have showed how serious they are into making sure that they won't be easy pickings. Qatar is the current champion of the Asian Cup, having won it in 2019, and to prove that it wasn't a fluke, Qatar then went on to participate in the Copa America 2019 and in the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup. In the Asian Cup, Qatar would put in Group E with Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, and North Korea. They beat all three to top the group with a dominant performance. They then beat Iraq in the round of 16, South Korea in the quarterfinals, United Arab Emirates, the host of the Asian Cup, in the semifinals, and finally they defeated Japan 3-1 in the final to crown themselves champion and win their first ever Asian Cup. Now, the fact that Qatar beat 3 out of the 4 current Asian teams that qualified to the 2022 World Cup is something to keep in mind. In the same year of 2019, Qatar played the Copa America in Brazil and were eliminated in the group stage. Now, don't let that make it look like they were squashed over, because they weren't. Qatar tied 2-2 against Paraguay. Sorry, I don't know why I said that in an English accent. Lost only to a late goal to Colombia, and lost to Argentina only 2-0. Yes, only. Argentina was the better team, but Qatar managed to hold them off. They weren't the worst fourth place team. They did better than Ecuador, a team they will face in the World Cup in the group stage, by a two-goal difference. Qatar had their own moments here and there. They were definitely playing the counter-attack play, and it worked. Not in the way they wanted, but it gave them a look into what needs to happen next. They were due to play the 2020 Copa America and the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup, but because the Copa America was pushed to 2021 because of the thing that went around the world, Qatar withdrew from the Copa America and instead only played the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup. It worked in their favor. Qatar was put with Panama, Honduras, and Grenada, where they put a stunning 3-3 match against Panama, squashed Grenada 4-0, and defeated Honduras 2-0 to end up on top of the group. They then put another performance at the quarterfinals against El Salvador, where they won 3-2, and were then eliminated in the semifinals by the US with a mere late goal, and final score of 1-0. 100%, all three tournament performances have shown the rest of the qualified teams that Qatar will fight to the end. Also remember, host nations have always performed well in their own backyard. Yes, even South Africa, who was only eliminated in the group stage because of goal differentials. But the World Cup is different. You will come face to face with teams that fought tooth and nail to get here, as well as run the risk of facing the powerhouses of football. It's a different level, and only time will tell if these performances have boosted their confidence to a strong level, or if it was all for nothing. Fun fact about Qatar: when the whistle blows for the Qatar vs Ecuador match at the World Cup, Qatar will become the second nation to be at the World Cup only because they are the host. The other was Italy, who hosted the 1934 World Cup without having participated in the 1930 World Cup. So the question for Qatar: will they have nerves of steel when they perform in front of their fans at home, or will the pressure be too much for them? Ecuador seems to be the odd one out from the get-go. You see, Qatar is the host, Senegal are champions of Africa, and the Netherlands are the Netherlands. So where does Ecuador fit in? Believe it or not, to me at least, Ecuador is the dark horse in this group. The other three teams have big performance expectations, which takes the light off of Ecuador in most predictions. However, this could be exactly what they need. For most of Ecuador's history, they were a team that were just there. Out of the 10 nations in CONMEBOL, they are the 9th team to qualify to a World Cup, the last one to not qualify yet being Venezuela. They have been to a World Cup until the process... Hold up. They haven't. I'm reading my notes, I'm sorry. They haven't been to a World Cup until the process for the Let's try that again. They haven't been to a World Cup until the process for the 2002 World Cup. Hold up. They haven't been to a World Cup until the process for the 2002 World Cup. Okay, let me see. They haven't been to a World Cup until the process for the 2002 World Cup began. It didn't paint a different picture, but they painted something. Ecuador ended in second place for that qualifying process, finishing on top of Brazil, the eventual 2002 World Cup winners, by 1 point. They then qualified again for the 2006 World Cup, ending in third place in their qualification process. Unfortunately, this brings us to their bad side: a lack of performing in tournaments. Ecuador's national football hasn't really grown. They didn't qualify to the 2010 World Cup, ending in 6th place. They qualified to the 2014 World Cup, ending in 4th, failed to qualify to the 2018 World Cup, ending in 8th, and now qualified to the 2022 World Cup, ending in 4th. Their performances at the World Cup haven't been too much to gloat either. They were eliminated in the group stage in the 2002 and 2014 World Cup. They reached the round of 16 in 2006 and were then eliminated 1-0 by England. Their Copa America performances show similar traits. Their highest performance was a 4th place finish, where they have achieved it 2 times. But the other 27 Copa America tournaments, quarterfinals and lower. What I'm saying is that we won't know what type of Ecuador football we will get at the World Cup. One that shows what they did during their qualifying process, or the underwhelming one, which is why I say that they could be the dark horse of this group. But to do that, they are going to have to embody it. Fun fact about Ecuador: in the 3 World Cups they have been to, they have never faced an Asian country team or an African country team, as their groups were always filled with 2 Europeans and 1 CONCACAF team, meaning this World Cup will be the first time Ecuador face an Asian team, Qatar, and an African team, Senegal. So the question for Ecuador is, can they bring that mentality and skill they showed during qualifying to Qatar, or will they be bested once again? So let's talk about the Senegal national football team. Senegal is the current champion of Africa after showing some strong chemistry in football at the AFCON tournament. This was also shown in their qualifying process. Senegal began their journey in the second round of the Confederation of African Football, or CAF for short. They were placed in the group with the countries Togo, Namibia, and Congo. After playing the home and away round, they ended up in first place and qualified to the third and final round of After playing the home and away round, they ended up in first place and qualified to the third and final round after coming out with 5 wins and 1 draw. That draw was a 1-1 against Togo. They were then drawn to face Egypt for a spot at the World Cup. Their first leg was won by Egypt with a score of 1-0. The second leg was won by Senegal 1-0, forcing a penalty shootout where Senegal prevailed. All this paints a great look for Senegal. Now let's look at the downsides. The record for how a champion of Africa does at the World Cup is not good. The 2002 edition of the AFCON was won by Zambia, while Nigeria won the 2013 edition. At the 2014 World Cup, Nigeria was the only one to qualify of the two. Nigeria did make it out of the group stage, but was subsequently eliminated in the round of 16 by France. The next 2 AFCON editions, 2015 and 2017, were won by Ivory Coast and Cameroon respectively. Both failed to qualify to the 2018 edition of the World Cup. The 2019 AFCON champion Algeria failed to qualify to this year's World Cup, so I don't know. The 2022 World Cup will be Senegal's 3rd time at a World Cup, the other ones being 2002 edition and the 2018 edition. But this Senegal seems different. There's a lot of talk of how strong this team is actually performing, which is why many teams didn't want Senegal in their group. They can cause some trouble. Either way, we will have to wait and see. Fun fact about Senegal, they are one of 3 African teams to have reached the quarterfinals at a World Cup. Senegal did it in 2002, their first World Cup appearance, while Cameroon did it in 1990 and Ghana did it in 2010. The question for Senegal: will Senegal repeat the cycle for African champions at the World Cup? Or do they have enough ambition to break through and be the first African team to go beyond? The Netherlands. #Sierra The Netherlands is a team that is finding its footing in football. After failing to qualify to the 2018 World Cup, they have gone under a transformation. However, people have noted that they are not fully back to that of a nation that went to the semifinals in the 2014 World Cup or the team that made the final in the 2010 World Cup. They fell hard after 2014, but in the past 4 years, they seem to be making a comeback. They qualified to the 2020 Euros after not qualifying to the 2016 edition, but were surprised by a fighting Czech Republic side that ended up eliminating them in the round of 16. Now in the 2022 World Cup qualifying process, they qualified directly with 7 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. They were drawn in Group G alongside Turkey, Norway, Montenegro, Latvia, and Gibraltar. They beat Latvia twice, won against Norway once and tied the other matchup, beat Montenegro in one match and tied them in the other, lost to Turkey in their first match and then destroyed Turkey on the second match with a score of 6-1, and finally had no mercy on Gibraltar, beating them 0-7 on the first game and 6-0 on the second. So don't get it wrong, the Netherlands right now are a strong team, but they will have to wrinkle out their inconsistencies if they want to make an impact at the World Cup. Fun fact about the Netherlands, they are the 5th nation with the most appearances at a World Cup final. They have reached 3 finals, same as France. However, they have yet to win the big game. So the question for Netherlands, can they cement themselves and make their first... So the question for the Netherlands, can they cement themselves and make this their World Cup? Or will their inconsistencies prove problematic? Alright, now that that's all been said, let's make some predictions. Quick note, all these predictions do not reflect what will happen at the World Cup, as I could get every single game wrong in this tournament. Also, quick interesting fact about opening day for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. The opening match will not be Qatar versus Ecuador, but Senegal versus Netherlands, marking the first time since the 2002 World Cup edition in which a host nation isn't involved in the first match. The rumor is that this was done intentionally to increase viewerships for fans of Ecuador, but I don't know. That was just the rumor through the vine. Qatar versus Ecuador. I'm going to give a 2-1 win to Qatar. After all that was said, the most recent history between these two went to Qatar with a 4-3 victory. And yeah, I know every game is different. However, I personally see Ecuador's tournament performances issues continue to be a factor in this game, while Qatar will use the home advantage. Senegal versus Netherlands. This match is a history-making moment from the beginning, because this will be the first time in acknowledging history that these two will meet on the pitch. I'm going to make a bold prediction here and say this game will end in a tie, a 2-2 to be exact. And if you want to be even more exact, I think Netherlands is going to take the lead on both occasions, and Senegal will end up tying them. All right, this means I am predicting the group to look like this after round 1. Qatar versus Senegal. This will be another first time in history. For this game, I am predicting Senegal to take the win with a score of 2-0. By all means, this does not mean that Senegal will be better than Qatar. I believe the game will be equal, but Senegal will actually convert their opportunities. Netherlands versus Ecuador. The last time they faced was in a friendly back in 2014 where they tied 1-1. But times are a-changing. I'm going to give a dominant performance from the Netherlands that they take a 3-0 win. I'm just more focused on Netherlands' change in structure compared to that of Ecuador and what is expected of them. So after round 2, I am predicting for the group to look like this, unfortunately giving Ecuador an early exit. Ecuador versus Senegal. The last time these two faced was all the way back in 2005, where Senegal won, and I believe it will repeat. I'm predicting this match to be a narrow victory for Senegal, so a 2-1. Netherlands versus Qatar is a first-time match. Again, many first times here. Again, based on everything that I said, I say Netherlands wins 2-0. There is a close chance that it can become a 1-goal difference, but I think the Netherlands will still end up taking the victory. So after everything was said, this is how I'm predicting this group to end up, with Netherlands and Senegal passing from the group stage. So, there you have it. My predictions for Group A of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. I'm sure many will disagree, others could agree. That's the beauty of predicting in sports. There is no right or wrong. Even after the World Cup, after all the facts, we will probably talk about what could have been. Make your own predictions, have fun with it. Don't make it too seriously, unless you're betting through the tournament, in which case, deep study each player that's going to go to the World Cup to be as accurate as you can. This is the end of the video. Keep watching your favorite sport, stay healthy, be good, and God bless.